Okay, well, welcome to the marketing department. My name is Lindsay Mitchell. I am the press and marketing manager here at the Tron, and this is the epicentre. This is where it all happens. This is the hub of activity, where we work to make sure that the shows that are on the stage, people know about them, and that we get audiences in to enjoy and appreciate the theatre that we're doing. Okay, so working here is really, really busy, and our jobs are really, really varied, and we do everything from producing print to organising photo calls to speaking to the press to producing programmes to accompany shows. There's a lot of planning goes into campaigns related to our shows and related to the promotion of the building as a whole. We work in seasons at the Tron, and so we produce a season brochure 3 times a year. Huge amount of work goes into that. We're liaising with visiting companies, we're liaising with Tron companies, we're liaising with all the departments in the building to gather information and images, copy, logos, and it's a huge amount of work with designers and the wider Tron team to make sure that all the information that goes in is accurate, the dates are correct, the schedule's right, the times, the prices, that all the information's on the box office system. Massive amount of work, and that takes up a lot of time in the marketing department, as I say, 3 times a year. On top of that, we do specific campaigns for shows. So we've got Tron campaigns that might start 6 to 8 weeks before. We've got things like our Panto campaign, which starts for about 6 months before. Actually, we're in July, and I'm currently working on the print for this year's pantomime, and I'm actually already thinking about what we'll be doing in 2012 for the pantomime and what we might need to do to promote that. So there's, as much as we're very operational and things are very day to day, and we're a very responsive department, so we might have to deal with a call from a press person looking for tickets for a show or photographs for a production. At the same time, we're thinking longer term and looking at how we need to plan and build audiences for shows in the future. I've been press and marketing officer at the Tron now for almost a year, but I haven't always done marketing, and I think there's a culture within the arts where you might start out doing one thing and discover that actually you're better at other things, or that quite often you're working in very small organisations where you need to be able to do more than one thing and become skilled in a whole, or multi-skilled. And I started out in admin with a company called Hopscotch, doing day-to-day admin and tour booking and fundraising, and moved from there into festival production. I've worked in the museum sector. I've worked in straight theatre production, a whole range of things, worked in the disability arts sector. I think working in the arts generally is something that you do need to be able to turn your hand to lots of things. In recent years, I decided that I really wanted to focus on marketing. The job I did before I was here was very strategic, and I missed being hands-on, and I missed all the being in the thick of the creative process. And so I went back and did a marketing diploma through the Chartered Institute of Marketing, which I suppose consolidated all the marketing activity that I had been involved in all the different jobs, and I guess legitimised that for me. And actually now I'm really, really happy because I feel like I have got a very focused role within a much bigger organisation, but it's like a jigsaw. The marketing fits into the much bigger offer that the Tron has, and it's really good to feel like you're part of that, but that you can concentrate on one particular element. Working in the theatre, working in the cultural industry is really, really rewarding. It is really hard work, and it isn't all the glamorous first nights and premieres and meeting celebs and TV stars and things, although there is a bit of that involved. But it is hard slog, and marketing is not an easy job, and you are very much the linchpin, and so there's an awful lot of not keeping people happy, but keeping people happy, but bringing things together, uniting things, integrating departments, and making sure that the message that goes out there is a cohesive message. The reward, though, and has always been the thing that made me want to do this, is seeing people in a theatre enjoying a piece of work that the organisation or the company that you work with has put on. And there's nothing better than seeing an appreciative audience, or for that matter a critical audience, but just seeing people engage with live theatre, you can't beat it, quite honestly. And that's why we do what we do. And I think if I were to give anybody any tips for working in marketing, in terms of how to get in, or what you need to be to get on in marketing. You need to be passionate about what you do. You need to believe in what you're putting, what's going on the stage. You need to convince other people, and without that passion, I don't believe that you can convince other people. You need to be thorough. This is a job for thoroughness. You don't want to be the marketing person sitting putting stickers over a typo in the programme on the day before the show opens. So there's absolutely a need for thoroughness and attention to detail. But I think most importantly, it's about believing in what you do, being yourself, believing in what you do, and believing in what the people around you are doing. And if you have all of those qualities, you can learn all of the other skills. There's training out there that you can learn.